Come now to a lightweight contest scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. We welcome to the ring firstly from Seaham, County Durham, Jordan Ellison.
So next up, we've got 8 rounds of lightweight between Reece Mould and Jordan Ellison, who's making his way to the ring now. Good fighter. Won his first couple boxing out of the home corner, then headed for the away corner. You see that quite often. Fighters maybe struggle to sell tickets, and they decide that they're better off picking up that stool and just making the short trip over to the away corner. He's been the distance with some really good fighters. Only been stopped by top operators, really, you would say. And is a Northern Area champion.
Opponent, boxing in his home city of Doncaster, Reece Mould.
Well, Reece Mould up a lightweight these days. He won an English title at featherweight back in mid-2019. Then he had a long wait to get his British title fight due to the pandemic. It eventually came in February 2021 against Lee Wood. Didn't go his way that night. And maybe at that stage, featherweight was a bit too much of an ask, because since then he's moved up to lightweight. Weighed about 140 actually his last couple of fights, but it'll be lightweight when he's boxing for titles, so missing out super featherweight completely. His stablemate Josh Warrington just taking a seat next to me, having just walked him in.
Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner, wearing multicoloured shorts. He weighed in at 9 stone, 12 pounds exactly. Boxing this evening in his 60th professional contest. He's the Northern Area Super Lightweight Champion from Seaham, County Durham, Jordan Ellison. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing red shorts trimmed with gold and white. He tipped the scales at 9 stone, 13 pounds. From 16 professional contests, his record boasts 15 wins and just 1 defeat. 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a former undefeated English featherweight champion from Doncaster, Reece Mould. Your timekeeper at the bell is Peter Humphrey of Doncaster. Your referee is Reece Carter from Cardiff. Referee Reece Carter will now give both boxers their final instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, you professionals know the rules. Keep it clean, listen to my instructions, and defend yourself at all times. Good luck, shake hands.
So Reece Carter, our third man in the ring for this one. Reece Mould boxing out of that red corner. Sean O'Hagan just giving the final instructions there. Jordan Ellison across the way. He's gone for the skirt type option. As I say, Ellison is a very capable fighter. The idea here is that Mould will get some good, valuable rounds under his belt. He was hoping to fight Hamad Gaz for the vacant English title tonight, but Gaz was unable to box in the end, so that will have come as a disappointment to Mould, I'm sure, but he's got a job to do here tonight, and I'm sure that he'll go about it with all the professionalism that it demands. Josh Warrington has taken a seat next to me. We were talking earlier on, Josh, in the chat at the start of the show about the fact that he's jumped up really from featherweight all the way to lightweight, missing out super featherweight. How difficult was it for him to make featherweight for that fight against Lee Wood, and did he stay there a bit too long?
Yeah, sorry, good to be joining you, Andy. We was only having the conversation in the change rooms a few hours earlier, and we were talking about making weight yesterday. You know, he was just saying how much more comfortable he feels. He'd been a featherweight at the start of his career, and he was still pretty young when that got underway. So yeah, probably was making a little bit too, probably a little fight too many. But Reece is very strong, very, very strong. We've noticed that with him in the gym over the years, sparring with him. it always seemed when it comes to the last few weeks of having to dip under that 9 stone 9, he'd start to really lose his punch power, which is one of his main attributes. But I think he'll feel a bit more comfortable, certainly, at the heavyweight weight, with packing more of a punch.
Just catching Ellison with a left hand there. He's looked all business at the start of this fight so far. Reece Mould has had a couple since that defeat against Wood, and just looking to continue the progression. As mentioned, he was due to be in a title fight tonight, which I think would have been just the ideal kind of sequence for him. If you can win that English title, then you're looking to get back into contention for a British again, of course.
It's been a bit of a frustrating 12 months for Reece or so, when going back to when he lost to Lee Wood. He's had a few fights since that, but he's supposed to have had some bigger fights, and they've all fallen through at the last minute, including the one what was scheduled for tonight. But he's still got a tough test in front of him, and he'll certainly appreciate the rounds.
Well, he's got good memories of this place. It was here that he won that English title against Sean Davis in good fashion. That was back in June 2019. So final stages of round one. And just gets caught with a left hand there, just a dabbling left hand from Ellison as he was opening out to try and throw the right. He is a good fighter, Jordan Ellison, as I've been saying. He's been in with some really good operators. Last time he lost 5 rounds to 1 a couple of weeks ago against Scott Melvin in Solihull, but he is an area champion at super lightweight.
Reece is certainly keen to get the shots off there, pushing forward, but Justin Noah-Lew's boxed Jordan on Ellison, and he's also here tonight anyway, keeping us updated. Jordan likes to throw that jab, keep it busy, keep it long, so Reece has just got to be wary of that, make sure he's moving his head and keeping his hands high when he's coming forward, and also be wary of shots coming to him after he's finished his attacks.
So into the second, both of these two quickly to the centre of the ring here. Seen a pro debut for Roman Fury. We've got that top of the bill coming after this. 10 rounds for the vacant English super bantamweight title between Zahid Hussein and Razak Najib, a rematch into the bargain. Najib winning that first fight a while ago now. Mould just dipping at the knees, good right hand into the body there.
Really sunk that shot in, and that's certainly something that I've seen him working on in the gym. He can pack a heavy punch, but I think going up the levels, it's about setting up them punches. You can get to a certain level where you're just blasting away at your opposition, but when you get to the high level, the defence is a little bit more cuter, a little bit more experienced. So you've got to make disguising punches, and you've got to set them up a little bit better.
Just looking for the jab there, Mould. Ellison is compact, he sets up well, he's got good balance, he knows absolutely what he's doing. Just looking to get tight there, Ellison got slightly too tight in the end, didn't really have room to manoeuvre.
Good body shot.
And again, just dipping those knees every now and again, particularly with that right hand, and banging it in right over the top of the hip. And again there, you could hear it echoing around ringside.
So it looks like Ellison wants to be on a longer range, keep Reece at distance, keep him on the back foot. Reece looking to close it and stay close to him, whipping them body shots and them tight hooks.
Nice stiff jab there from Mould. Can tend to flick that jab a little bit or use it as a rangefinder. Nothing wrong with that, but really planted that one. long right hand, travelled all the way to the target, and then the right to the body and a left up top. He's just got some momentum building here, Reece Mould, towards the end of the round.
He sold a few tickets tonight in his hometown of Doncaster, so a lot in the past he's been victim to wanting to put a show onto them and just go hell for leather in the first couple of rounds, but showing some experience and taking his time, having a little look. It's all part of the learning process.
Welcome back to VIP Ringside, sponsored by FCI Markets. We head into round 3 here between Reece Mould and Jordan Ellison. And Mould just getting the wind in his sails a bit towards the end of that second round, getting on top of Ellison at times, and Ellison looking a bit more aggressive at the start of the third, and I think that's why, because he knows that he couldn't let things continue as they had been at the start of the third.
Yeah, he's seen that Reece is starting to get momentum, just like you said, Andy. We started getting more success with him body shots, so Ellison's probably going to come out, just try to slow the Reece down, take the initiative at the start of the round, but that's where Reece wants him to be. Wants Reece to do this for 12 rounds. I've seen him do it many, many times in the gym, certainly in preparation for tonight. He loves that inside fighting. Certainly feel that when Ellison is on the back foot, throwing the long jabs and the long hooks is where he's most dangerous.
Ellison just trying to get a hold there. Mould just shrugging him off, looking to try and work up close. And again, he's taking the opportunities here, Ellison, to tie Mould up. There's a good bit of work from him before that, through the jab, just pulled back and then moved in and grabbed him.
It's clever. He's clever. Getting on his back foot, throwing the double jab and then closing into Reece and smothering and breaking Mould's momentum, breaking his attacks, and it looks like he's landed the shots and then he's cut the action. But then you're going to remember his work. We're looking for that sharp right hand over the top. Favourite of his. He's smothering his own work just a little bit there.
Again, just getting on the shoulder there, Mould, and Ellison disengages, looks for the uppercut. Doesn't give you anything easy, Ellison. Good right hand there from Mould. He was just slightly short with the jab, took his feet in and really committed to that right hand, and Ellison maybe partially blocked it, but it was a good strong shot. The combination coming back from Ellison. He knows that he's got to keep doing that. He's got to keep offering something. Dug his toes in there on the right hand. Left hand got through, runs for Mould though as he looks to try and let his hands go. Been a good round this, the third. Been a good fight actually, warming up into a good fight. The longer it continues.
I certainly felt that both had a bit of success there. Ellison, he did catch some good shots inside with the uppercuts to Mould, but his better work was on the back foot with the straights. But towards the back end of the round there, Mould closing in, that choppy right hand over the top and coming up with left uppercut to the body.
Just a bit of blood coming from the nose there of Reece Mould, all the way to our right-hand side. Slight scuff on the underside of the eyebrow. That looks like it might be an old wound there that's just turned a little bit livid. But he's doing a good job in there, Jordan Ellison, as we knew he would. This is his 60th pro fight. As I mentioned, he's been a distance with some good fighters. Craig Woodruff, who gave Gavin Gwynn a hell of a fight a couple of weeks ago. Callum Thompson, who's making some real strides. Robbie Barrett, who went on to become a British champion. Craig Evans, John O'Carroll. These are real good operators. And when he's been stopped, you're talking about fighters like Zelfa Barrett, Jordan Gill, Sam Noakes, Mark Chamberlain, Adam Azim.
He's certainly one of them fighters where you're not going to put him in for a novice fighter, but he's going to test one of them fighters who's at a title level, domestic level. And this is Reece's third choice opponent tonight, after two other opponents have previously pulled out. And Reece has known that he's still got a dangerous task in hand. It'll be interesting to see if he can start taking over as the fight goes long.
Just tried to time him with an uppercut there, Ellison, as Mould came forward. A name who was in the frame for this one a few days ago was Brian Moreno, who I saw take out Frank Arnold on the Queensbury show a couple of weeks ago. So I was quite excited about the prospect of that. That was a good bit of work again from Ellison there, as Mould just dipped his knees a little bit and he punched down and caught him with a couple.
Come over nice with that straight 1-2. Right hand just landed flush on the side of Reece's left side. Took it well. It seemed to just halt Reece for a split second. Same shot again.
Just shrugged him off almost and then just chopped down with that right hand. He's having a good spell here. He's having a good round in this fall so far, Ellison.
It's something that myself, as well as my old man who's Reece's trainer, been saying to him, when you are in close and you do try pull away, make sure that their hands are tied. Reece is sometimes thinking about the next shot he's going to bring rather than the shot that's coming from the opponent, and in that case leaves himself a little bit open. And I think Ellison has seen that mistake happen a few times and taken advantage of it.
Yeah, that's what's been happening, isn't it? They're getting tight and then he'll just give himself a little bit of room. They'll maybe hold on, and Mould will feel like the referee might be about to get in, and then he'll just let you go. It's a little trick, isn't it? And he's cute enough to do it and to be accurate enough to clip him every now and again.
And it doesn't have to be much either. It doesn't, but it's a clean punch. You know, if your man's dropped his hand in front of you, you'll have a clean 1-2 and it stands out, especially on these tight rounds when it's hard to see what's going on up close.
So heading up towards the halfway stage here, it's been a good watch this so far. This has been Ellison's best round of the fight, I would say.
Shot from Reece. Though, but Ellison responded well.
So into the start of round 5 and the second half of the fight. They're scheduled for 8. Reece Mould in the red and white. The home fighter, the Doncaster fighter, 15 wins and that 1 defeat in this British featherweight title fight against Lee Wood. Jordan Ellison in the red and white, in the turquoise, I beg your pardon, in the skirt. Had a good round in that 4th round, Ellison. Mould, you would probably say, won the first 3, but Ellison, I would have given that 4th round.
Yeah, I have to agree, Andy. He really stepped it up then, put the punches together. Maybe not just outworked Mould then, but landed the cleaner punches with little breaks in the clinches when the referee had not stopped him. He took advantage of that, did Ellison. I just like to see Reece get behind his jab a little bit more. Just get that left hand pumping out, because he's got a brilliant jab. And when he does throw it, it's a bit of a weapon of setting up the other shots. But it seems he wants to throw the jab and everything else at the same time. But it's leaving him open. And Ellison's staying tight and coming back with just straight shots. Don't like there's not much in them, but they're clean landing shots.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to see from him, isn't it? That jab, just to try and set things up. Double jab there. You were talking about it early in the fight, that as you go through the levels, you need to set things up a little bit more. He definitely trusts his own strength and physicality. You can see that. It's almost like he doesn't quite have enough respect for what's coming back from Ellison, because even though it's landing, it's not hurting him, and it's just causing him maybe to feel like he can walk in and walk through it.
And exactly this. He could do this with some of the fighters in the gym, and Reece will keep on coming. He's got a very good engine. Certainly now he's moved up to the higher weight, and he is very strong. believes in his own power and strength, but you can't keep on taking clean punches, especially when the head guards have come off and you've got the 8-ounce gloves on. There's a little bit more of an effect on you, certain marks and cuts and things like that.
And this is more good work from Ellison here. Just about 20 seconds ago, he snapped through a lovely 1-2, and you could just see the head just knocked back there of Reece Mould as he comes in. And these are scoring shots from Ellison, and he's landed a decent volume of them again in this fifth round. The cleaner punching of the two, I would say, again has come from him. And he can't let some kind of pattern emerge here, Reece Mould. For Ellison, you know, he's gone into a little bit of a groove here.
Just seems to be pinching bits of spells with 2 and 3 combinations, moving off, clinching Mould and stopping him from working. Bit of frustration on the face of Reece Mould, going back to the corner there.
Little bit of a mark underneath the left eye there, but nothing major. And this is a good watch, it's a good fight. Rare double jab there from Reece Mould. So what's being said in that corner, if you had to guess?
I'd like to think the old man will be giving a kick up the backside, just telling him to be a bit more cleaner with his work, because I think there's times when he's looking desperate. He's trying to throw so many in when they're not there, when Jordan's coming back and he's covered. She's certainly got his jab a little bit more as well.
Using that jab, Ellison. That's a good lead left hand that time from Mould, and you could see that it just offsets Ellison, made him just go back to basics and start again.
And just a second ago, he landed a right over the top, and Reece is very good with them counters, with them tight counters when he does bring them.
Good jab from Ellison as he moves forward. A minute into round 6. Referee just giving them a chance to work it out on the inside themselves there before breaking. That's a good right into the body from Mould.
Good body shot as well. So I'd like to see Reece working a little bit here inside. I think Ellison's pushing to him to break his work, but I know that Reece can work inside, so I'd like to see bringing them tight hooks and uppercuts, maybe take a little step back himself. He's kind of wrestling with Ellison's momentum there, and in that, he's expelling a lot of energy.
It was a good 1-2 from Ellison again about 15 seconds ago. Just took those feet back a little bit, found the room, and just cracked it in. Well, I did say that I'd give you that result from the fight we were watching earlier on the stream between Jake Bray and Owen Kirk. It was shaping up very nicely, and it did, in fact, finish a draw between those two. So I dare say that we are heading into a trilogy between Jake Bray and Owen Kirk, and I am here for it because it was a really good watch, that fight. So 30 seconds to go here in round 6. This will be scored by the referee, Reece Carter. And from where I'm sitting, this is tightening up.
Yes, certainly. Reece started out very comfortably. I think like we're in cruise control a little bit, looking to step up, but I feel that Ellison's trying to broke his groove a little bit and keeps them just stealing a little bit in the pocket, and something that just stands out.
So 2 rounds to go here at lightweight between Reece Mould. He's the local fighter, strong favourite heading into this one. He's in the red and white. Jordan Ellison in the kind of turquoise with green trim, and Mould came out strong. For me, pocketed those first 3 rounds. Since then, Ellison has done well, and you could make a case for 3-3 here through 6. It's the referee who'll be scoring this one. It's been an engaging fight to watch. It's been entertaining, and Mould just stepping in there, looking for the 1-2, and then the right hand down to the body.
So that's the better work with the sharp combinations, but it's the lackadaisy stuff there of just going down with an hand low, presenting an opportunity for Ellison to take advantage of. But some sharp little stuff from Mould there, but again, the shot gets countered straight away, cancelling out every bit of work that Mould is doing at this moment.
Looking for that right hand over the top, didn't quite have room for it. Trying to get onto the double jab there. Ellison just finds that little bit of space. That was a good example there, just on the ropes, just swayed back slightly, let his hands go. Didn't really make clean contact, but that's what he's been doing. That's worked well for him throughout the course of the last few rounds. Anyway, midway through round 7. Ellison grabbing hold there, just leaning into him, looking over the shoulder, taking the opportunity to nick a little bit of a rest there. It's been a physical fight, this.
Very much so, very much so. They don't realise there's grabbing hold of the arms and the bits of wrestling. It takes a lot out of the fighters. Bits of trickery with leaning on each other makes it very, very physical, and can become tiring over the distance.
Damage just under the left eye of Ellison is getting a little bit worse. He's just dabbing at it now with his glove every now and again. It's kind of a scrape more than a cut, or at least that's what it looks like. Mould just leaning on. Ellison again disengages, finds a little bit of room, good upper body movement, nice head movement. And this is another tight round.
And it's as though Ellison's dictating that the times when they split up as well. He's choosing when to step back, and again, it's like he's have the front throw, the front hold of that. If Mould picks his times to step back and get his work off, then I think it'd look a lot better.
And again, right at the end of the round there, he just takes his feet out and finds a distance there. Ellison cracks in that 1-2, and there's not much to choose between these two heading into this final round. There really isn't. He made a strong start to the round there, Mould. Good first half of the round, but as the round wore on, it was Ellison who found the gaps a little bit the better of the two. He's always been coming forward, Reece Mould, and we know with scoring that can make a difference. We're looking for clean, effective aggression, effective punching. That's how you score boxing, but I think it's the final 3 minutes here. For me, this is pretty much in a balance.
It's certainly tight, and there's been some close, tight exchanges, but it's whoever's dictating the work. Like I say, Reece has been very aggressive, but the spells have never been who's been forcing the action. Ellison's quite well in times.
Kicked things off with a nice lead uppercut there, Ellison, right at the start of the round. As you said, he's a ticket seller. There's plenty of people in to watch this one. It's been pretty much full right from the start of the evening, actually. Great turnout. Good left hand there.
Good left hook. Good left hook.
Oh, just coming forward there, though, just gets caught by Ellison once again as he comes in with that chin up in the air a little bit. And the lack of respect that he's got for Ellison's power has been a problem, really.
It has, because of lack of respect, you're not worried of that power. You don't think he can hurt you. You just keep on walking forward. Not as defensively tight as you should be, but 1 gets through, 2 gets through, 3 gets through, and all of a sudden a combination, your opponent will gain confidence, and when you start letting combinations go, it stands out. It looks more effective than just the single punches. Good little spell there from Mould. But this is where we couldn't come together and Ellison's closing them down. I'd like to see Mould pull away. You know, they are coming together. Pull away or take an angle. Enforce something else rather than waiting for the referee or Ellison to pull away. Because Ellison was dictating them mid-exchanges.
Good upper body movement there from Ellison, but Mould landed some decent combinations in the last 40, 50 seconds, and as we've been saying, has constantly been rolling forward throughout the course of the fight. Heading into the final minute. Ellison again there, just disengaging, finding that space, and that's what he's done so well. Just manages to pull his feet back, gives himself just enough room. And he's got nice quick hands. So Reece Carter gets in and calls break, and we head into the final 10 seconds of this one. It's been a good fight to watch. It's been a very good competitive fight. I had Mould going into an early lead, but Ellison getting back into the fight in the middle rounds, and he's done a lot of good, clean, effective punching in that fight, Jordan Ellison. Most of it has been off the back foot. It's a good performance from him, and he knows it as he heads over to the red corner. Reece Mould looks confident that he's going to get the decision on what will be referee Reece Carter's scorecards. He did land plenty himself. He was always coming forward. We'll have to wait and see which way it goes. But for me, that's a close fight.
Yeah, it is close. I think bit of some of Reece's work made it a little bit more sloppy. But I'm not going to take anything away from Ellison because he disengaged some of Reece Mould's work. He didn't allow him to work inside, and he chose the moments to pull away and land the quick combinations. And they weren't big punches, but they were clean and they were accurate. You know, some of the straight shots they make stand out, and it looks like the cleaner work. At first, I thought he was just going to keep on his jab, but at times he took the fight to Mould, and Mould is someone who prefers to be in the pocket. He seemed to be struggling a little bit with some of Ellison's close-up tactics.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the result, please show your appreciation for both boxers. After 8 fantastic rounds of action, we go to referee Reece Carter's scorecard. He scores the contest 78 points to 76 points in favour of your winner from Doncaster, Reece Mould.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.